Greetings from the set of Metro and More at Metropolitan Community College, serving more than 50,000 students with over 120 programs at our 8 locations in the daytime, evening, weekends, or online. And I'm your host, Kent Pavelka. Welcome again to Metro and More. More of what you need to know about Metropolitan Community College. We're delighted to be able to discuss MCC's Distinguished Alumna Award with Distinguished Alumna Award winner Marian Holden on this segment. And back with us on the show to also discuss the award and the MCC Foundation is Jackie Almquist. Marian is the award winner for 2016 and the owner of Designer's Touch interior design firm, and Jackie, of course, is the executive director of the MCC Foundation. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And without anything more, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful award.
It's a huge honor.
Would you mind introducing yourself a little bit to our viewers?
Sure.
Your background and that sort of thing?
You just said Marian Holden, Designer's Touch. I graduated from Metro Community College in 2004. And I started taking classes about 2002, and during that time I was kind of, by the time I graduated, I was working full time, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then I opened my storefront and my office in 2007.
And Jackie, we've talked about your background, but for folks that missed that show, would you mind repeating a little bit?
Certainly. I'm the executive director of the foundation. I've been with community colleges for about 11 years, and I've served in this role here at the foundation for about a year, and I've been with Metropolitan Community College since 2013. Mm-hmm. I have the honor and privilege of working with great graduates and colleagues, both in the foundation office and throughout our campuses, and serving our constituents throughout our 4-county service area, along with our volunteer board, to help keep education affordable and to provide most relevant skills and training they need to get a job they can build a career on.
And Jackie, you're from Missouri.
I am, born and raised.
And are you from around here?
I've been here for over 30 years in Omaha. I've moved a couple of times and always come back. That's what people do with Omaha. I was born and raised in Long Island, New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did that happen that you got here?
My family kind of started at Creighton, and that's actually where I started too, but I ended up getting married, moved to Denver, came back to Omaha, and eventually finished, my degree. I have a bachelor's in computer science, and then I went back. My second career went to Metro.
Oh, I see. Well, you did it kind of opposite than most people.
That's how I do things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people get their 2-year degree here and go on and get their baccalaureate. You already had yours, decided to do something else. Yeah. Want to dig into your story, but also want Jackie to reiterate what this award is all about and the thinking that went into it. This is the 3rd year this year, in 2017 coming up. You're the second award recipient.
Mm-hmm, certainly. So Marian is the second award winner for 2016, and we are welcoming nominations for the 2017 round right now. Applications are on our website, which I believe will be provided on a banner, we welcome those and hold them for 5 years. And a representative, diverse group of committee members review those nominations each year, and it's highly competitive. People must distinguish themselves in their careers, having taken seriously their responsibility to lead in their industry, to give back to Metropolitan Community College, to help cultivate and nurture that next generation of leaders, and to really continue that relationship once they leave here. And Marian is top notch on all of those.
And when you got this job, this position, that's when, was it your idea to start this award?
Well, I certainly wanted it to happen. I'd done it previously as I served as an executive director of a community college at another institution. And I wanted to see it here because what I learned from the team of people I work with is that we have beautiful stories. We have stories that are different and unique, and yet that so typify student success. And we wanted to have those opportunities to showcase these stories and to honor the people who honor not only their degree and credentials from here, but the next wave of students who will be doing that. So, so yes, I'm very pleased to see it happening, but more than anything, I'm pleased to be able to share these stories.
So Marian, you end up being kind of a role model for people who have not yet decided what they're going to do with their lives via education. Let's go back and talk about your story a little bit. You talked about being born in back east, and you say your folks came here to go to Creighton? Is that
No, actually, they lived in New York.
Uh-huh.
My brother went to Creighton. He came to go to Creighton. It was kind of a family, was becoming kind of a family school, which I broke that tradition. That's not where I ended up graduating, but so I came out here and I met my husband and I stayed.
I see.
I stayed.
So where did you get your baccalaureate?
So I got my bachelor's in computer information management from College of St. Mary.
College St. Mary, okay.
And
so what, you decided that just, that was not what you wanted to do?
Computer science, you know, interior design, very similar.
Yeah, I
Problem
guess so.
solving.
I mean, you didn't see that connection initially. I mean, you decided.
You know, I try to use both sides of my brain, but no, I mean, I loved that job, and I had young children when I was ready to make a change, and for me, Metro was just the fit.
Mm-hmm.
So I started. It worked out well with it kind of as a non-traditional student.
Yes.
I think she really typifies and underscores how Metropolitan Community College has different platforms and pathways. If you have obtained your baccalaureate degree and you're interested in an encore career, really, what do you want to do next? That we are a resource and quality education close to home that's affordable to help someone gain the skills they need to get on that next career path.
So you're working in the computer science field, and this starts to become kind of an idea or obsession or what?
You know, so I was working in the computer science field as a computer programmer, and I was a consultant. So after 9/11, that kind of dried up, and people were tightening their belts, corporations. So I was deciding what I wanted to do as far as going back to school. I was going to go back to school for web design. And my husband said, well, if you're going to go back to school, why don't you just do something you really love, like interior design? So I was like, you know, so I did. I started back at Metro. I looked at all the other schools first. And since I already had my degree, I didn't want to go to Lincoln or drive to other places to take twice as long, really, to get what I needed. I just wanted to get to work. I already was working. I was used to working.
Explain why that would have taken you twice as long.
Because you go and I don't want to name names on colleges that I looked at, but you know, the traditional route is, okay, you need to take a lab now, and we only do that for this semester. So I would go twice a week and take a lab, and then I would have to wait for the next round of classes that I didn't already have, since I already had my bachelor's.
You didn't have to take prerequisites all over again.
No.
Basically.
So with Metro, I was able to, okay, I need this class. I'm going to go to the South Campus and take this class, and I'm going to go to Fort Omaha now. I just wanted to get to work and get my degree. I knew what I wanted to do. I took the first class and I was hooked.
Illustrates what Jackie was talking about as far as a pathway, correct?
We have multiple modalities in multiple locations, and we want flexible scheduling for our students. And the majority of them are non-traditional, average age of 28. And these students need the opportunity to juggle all that's going on in their life, whether they work full-time or part-time and go to school, and to gain those credentials in a quality manner, in a flexible manner, and in an affordable way.
Well, tell us what stood out about Marian when the decision was being made for that year's award winner.
I will, but it's certainly obvious. Marian really cares about our students, and she's passionate about interior design. She went above and beyond. She served as the president of ASID, the American Society of Interior Designers. So she helped lead other professionals and bring that networking together. She also provides internships for Metropolitan Community College interior design students. and allows classroom tours to help expand the knowledge and see what it's like in the real world. And she often hires our graduates to work alongside her. And I think all of that shows that she really creates a tradition and a legacy of excellence among alumni and what we can do for the next generation of graduate. And she wants to share her skills and knowledge, and that means everything that we continue that relationship. So her leadership is really why she was recognized.
Sounded like a slam dunk decision to me.
I know it's highly competitive, but yes, that she came out with top ratings.
So obviously when you finished here at Metropolitan Community College, you took more than your degree with you. You took a connection.
Total connection.
Yeah.
I mean, so for me, you know, like I said, I was kind of on the fast track. I knew I wanted to do it, was ready to go in, get my classes, and get my degree, but I loved the program. I really could go through that program and get out there and get to work, starting with sitting in a class on textiles and feeling the fabrics, and they would pass them around and explain the fabrics and the contents of the fabrics. Well, this is very practical, hands-on knowledge that you need when you go out and meet a family and they have a dog and 4 kids, and you want to know what is the best performance fabric to put on a sofa, where the other colleges don't really get as much into that. And if you're going to get out there and get to work, you need to know that.
Not only might they not get into that as much, but they don't get into it as fast, certainly. And that's kind of, in a way, the bottom line of one of the advantages of community college and Metropolitan Community College is that let's get down to it. Let's get down to it, learn what we want to learn, and get prepared.
Real, relevant, high demand career skills that you need to be prepared on day one.
Talk a little bit about the nomination process. In this case, it was Nancy Stevenson, correct?
Nancy Stevenson, who is the program coordinator and lead for our interior design program, as well as our new fashion design program.
My name is Nancy
Delightful
Stevenson.
person.
She is.
And I'm an instructor of interior design here at
made
MCC.
certain that we were aware
And
of Marian's caliber and commitment. And she endeavored to write a beautiful nomination form and application and letter of support. That nomination will open again for others who are interested and end on March 17th of this year. And that will be reviewed, as it was for Marian, by a select committee. And then we honored Marian at our scholars reception that we have each year in May. And we brought her up on stage, and she was introduced by the sponsor for the 2016 Scholars Reception Alumni Award, which was Valmont Industries. Our foundation board vice president, Steve LeGrand, introduced her, welcomed her, and read her bio for the crowd. And it was beautiful to showcase to the students. Here is someone who sat in your seat at one time, and look what she's gone on to do, and she's still very much a part of who we are at Metro. And those students were gathered for the scholars reception to meet firsthand the donors who had given scholarships to make their dreams possible. And then the scholars had a firsthand opportunity to say thank you. And really it was our opportunity to say thank you to Marian for not only choosing Metro and getting her degree here, but for cultivating that next generation.
Nancy Stevenson obviously thinks a lot of you, and she made the nomination. She also had some comments about you and the award, and let's take a look at that.
My name is Nancy Stevenson, and I'm an instructor of interior design here at MCC. And I am so proud to have nominated Marian Holden for the Distinguished Alumni Award here at the college. Nobody deserves it more than Marian. She has given so much back to the community and to the college. I've watched her as a student grow from being a student to a professional designer. She started her business out of her home, and now she has an actual storefront. She has been so good to our students as well. She takes on interns. She serves as a guest speaker to some of my classes, and we're always welcome for field trips. She's been president of ASID. She's served on many committees. She's one of the few women general contractors in the city. So I'm very proud of her. I was so terribly excited to hear that she had received the award. And I'm just wishing the best to you, Marian, and I'm so happy for you.
I don't know if you wanted to share this or not, but you said Nancy was the toughest instructor
She
you
was.
had. Huh?
I don't think I've ever told her that, but she was.
She knows now.
I didn't really like to do B's, and I didn't get a B, but I almost did in Nancy's.
Straight A?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, she, I was going to ask, she was obviously leading the department when you were here.
She wasn't when
She wasn't?
when I graduated. She was an instructor.
Gotcha.
But they're lucky to have her. She was fantastic.
What did receiving the award mean to you?
Well, I'm just beyond honored. I mean, I was telling Jackie, I really felt unworthy when I first heard I was getting the award, only because it's such a win-win situation for me. I seek out hiring Metro graduates from that program because I know what the program is. And I know
What you're getting.
I know what I'm getting, and I know that they can get down to business when they come work for me. So I'm happy to go speak to the students. I'm just, so I didn't feel worthy of the award because I feel like it's such a win-win situation
They gave
for
more
me.
to you than you gave to them.
I do feel like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, anything I can do to help, when you really appreciate a program like Metro's, I just would be happy to do anything to promote it.
I think we should get down by the campfire and sing Kumbaya. That's what I
Well, her
think.
character and generosity, and what she just said are obvious, and so that makes her even more worthy of the award.
Let's take a look at your business. We've got a little video, Designer's Touch
Yes.
Interiors.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Designer's Touch.
Designer's Touch, 120th and Blondo. What are we? This is, boy, that's a good video shot of you. This is the inside. You're kind of a retail place too, right?
We have retail. We're a small showroom. We have fabrics and carpet and just everything you need, obviously, for your interior. We deal a lot with new construction, remodeling. I love remodeling. That's kind of a little bit of an unusual twist for an interior designer.
Yeah.
I like the construction part. So I'm a licensed general contractor.
Wow.
So I love taking, the worse it is, the more excited I am. Like, give me a time capsule, that I can get in there and knock down some walls and kind of redo it and bring new life to some rundown places. I love doing that. And then new furniture, we really do everything interior design. We even do exterior selections on new construction.
Well, that is a different twist. When you think about interior design, you think about someone who comes in after the construction.
I know.
So what's the advantage to the consumer to have you do both the construction and the interior design?
One-stop shop. There's a lot of guys out there with a hammer and a truck, but they don't really have the aesthetic to do the full project. So I can do that. We have contractors we've worked with for years. And I have specialty contractors in each thing. I don't have like the guy who comes in and frames and does the lighting, and we have electricians, and they're all licensed and insured.
Yeah. But most people probably have a design done without the input of an interior designer.
They'll have
construction design.
They'll have sometimes they'll have a designer. Hopefully, I hope people use designers. I think we get calls on from people who didn't hire a designer from the get-go, and then they're in a world of hurt in the middle of the project, and they want help, and they're overwhelmed with color selections and countertops, and so it's better to call us in early when you're thinking about the project.
And your employees, you have what, 8 or 10?
4.
4, okay. I don't know where I got
Working
that.
on it.
Yeah. And are they all MCC folks?
2. I have a showroom manager. She's not, and then I have 2 MCC grads right now.
Yeah.
We're 50% of my
like
employees
that.
are.
You, what makes MCC special in your experience? You've talked about it gave you what you wanted when you wanted it, but beyond that, what about the culture of it?
It's like a family. It's like a small family. You get to they're small classes, so you get to know the people, and you're going through a program for a couple years, you become friends with people. So,
You know, it's hard. It's hard for people to understand the culture of anything if you haven't experienced it. But it's true.
So
It is
true.
a special place.
So we're sort of behind the scenes as people who are affiliated with the college. So we get to talk to faculty and staff and students and see, you know, behind the scenes perspective as well. And it's not just something we say; it's something we live, and it's real, and it's authentic, and
And it's from the very beginning of your experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that personal touch, and it's learning about our students, their name, their goals, their timeline. Sometimes assessing the whole person, working with wraparound services. What are your financial needs?
The obligation, or I mean the obstacles in their lives.
What are your barriers? How can we help to remove them so that this dream, this journey is accessible to you?
I want to have you, Jackie, take a few minutes and talk about the board, not the board, but the
Foundation?
Foundation, yeah.
Sure.
Because there are probably some people watching who might be, you know, apt to help support you if they knew exactly what you're trying to do.
Certainly. The Metropolitan Community College Foundation is the college's philanthropic partner. We help to enlist advocates throughout our 4-county service area to support our students. And that may be through a scholarship to increase financial accessibility. It may be through a capital project or helping us open a location such as Do Space for geographic accessibility. It may be helping with faculty and staff support so the class sizes are low, as Marian said, and so that we can keep that culture of personal touch, and so that real emotional accessibility is there. So the foundation is a volunteer board of 19 members and a staff here located on the Fort campus, but we travel throughout the 4 counties. And we work together cooperatively with the leadership of the college to identify those needs, whether they're program needs or institutional needs. And then we help galvanize support. And really, it's about cultivating relationships. And it's about people who want to become part of the family. And there are different entry points to become part of the family. You could be a community advocate, you could be a graduate, you could be a spokesperson, you could be a door opener, you could be a taxpayer. So you're a stakeholder in so many ways, and we welcome those opportunities and partnerships.
So there is a board, the 19-member foundation.
Very active board.
But you're looking for additional support.
Certainly.
What would you say to folks about why support MCC? I mean, there's a lot of competition out there from boards trying to get and foundations trying to get support.
We have diverse programs and services and offerings, and we serve diverse audiences. The 3 kind of legged stool that we talk about and how community colleges are differentiated from our other educational partners is that workforce development. We're very committed to developing and growing those opportunities close to home, keeping business here, helping businesses thrive through the economic development, the brain gain we get when we help to educate those who we serve, and they stay in our community. And we know 90% of students are working here in our communities, and 75% of graduates are working in our local communities. And then the quality of life enhancement. You know, you wanted to turn into a new chapter. And so what was that new chapter? And when people have an opportunity to work with Metropolitan Community College to make that journey real, you know, we're honored, and we take that responsibility seriously.
What would you add to that in terms of encouraging people to support the college?
The diverse group of people, which you grow to love. In my class, I had a 65-year-old woman from Texas. I had some 20-somethings, and then I was 38 at the time. So I mean, it really was a diverse group of people, all kind of coming together, which in this day and age is amazing, right? Kind of accepting each other, and everyone's on a different part of their journey.
That's the culture I was talking about.
That is the culture, and what a better culture than I've done the traditional route too, so I've experienced both sides. So I think it's amazing.
So in a nutshell, why would you encourage anybody considering at this time in their lives, post-secondary education, why would you encourage them to come here?
I think no matter what your needs are, they can be met here at Metro. I think, like I said, different parts of your journey, everyone's on different paths. And I think Metro, for me and a lot of people, can accommodate your schedule, your situation, your family, whatever your situation is.
The non-traditional student,
Yep.
in essence, really.
As well as traditional, there's just a lot of options. There's options. That's always better to have options. So.
I know you have more to add to that.
Well, our students come to us with the integrity and the motivation, and we help to create that opportunity.
What's next for your business?
Well, I've got a million things going on. Right now I'm actually working on getting a real estate license so I can add the one-stop shop, can be helping you find the home that needs to be fixed up.
Wow.
That I can
How unique is that in terms of service for customers?
I don't know anybody that does that.
Wow.
So I just always adding things in.
So
there's a lot.
if I come in and I say, I mean, how would you serve me in that sense?
Give me a budget.
I'm looking for a new house or what?
Well, I especially would like to focus on fixers. Like I said, I love doing the fixing, the work, and help someone find a house within their budget, help them make it their dream house. So that's what I'm working on now, my newest venture. So
That's great. And might as well, your hours of operation?
we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. But of course, by appointments, evenings. We do appointments outside of those hours.
That's
so.
great. That's Designer's Touch, interior design, 120th and 120th and Ballina?
Yep.
Take the next 2 minutes to share whatever you'd like to share that I haven't asked you about.
Well, I would really encourage those who are watching to find that story of an MCC grad and help to honor that person with this award and submit a nomination to our website. It's due March 17th. It is highly competitive, but these stories are great to share, and it's wonderful to showcase to current students and to bring back graduates and to let them know that they still are a part of the life and the family of MCC.
If you miss the deadline, I assume you could still put a name in there to be considered later, maybe?
That's right.
Yeah.
You're
That's
in the
great.
hopper for the next year.
That's super. I know you're just beaming about this award, and it's
Well,
a beautiful thing, too.
I'm very honored. That's all I can say, because I feel. I mean, I'll accept the award, so I'm trying to be gracious and accept the award. But it is such a win-win for me. It's hard to imagine that I got this award.
And the website you were referring to for nominations?
It's on the foundation homepage. There's a link to it, and the form is there, and it's going to be a fillable document, so someone can type it in as well.
Very good. And your website?
DesignersTouchOmaha.com.
Well, congratulations
Thank
again,
you.
Marian, and thanks for being with us. And Jackie, thank you.
Thank you.
Again. And thank you again for being with us on Metro and More. Our goal is to better acquaint you with the mission, the reach, and the leadership of the college. I'm Kent Pavelka for Metropolitan Community College. If you have comments or questions about the program, please email us at metrovision@mccneb.edu. Thanks for watching.
This has been a MetroVision production produced by Metropolitan Community College.